Alright, and so before we actually discuss Death Battle, you guys should probably know, recently I've got Origins, EA, and I got Sims 3 for free, ironically. And I was thinking to myself, like, oh wow, I haven't played Sims 3 since, like, my PlayStation 3 days. And I was having a bit of fun with it. Then I found out I could add, like, other Sims into the towns. And I thought, that'd be nice and add you, Sean, and you, your early mate, as my neighbours. But I'm not controlling them. I need to make this clear. I'm not controlling them. I gave you guys your jobs, and I just do my thing. I occasionally visit you guys and see what's going on with you guys while I'm not controlling. Recently, while I was playing, and I was talking to Sean on the PC, pretty accurate to real life, to be honest, I found out he's in a relationship with, I can never read this name. I think it was Diva. I'll put it on screen. And I was thinking, ooh, Sean's getting lucky. Sadly, Sean, there's no one named Paige in town, so if it was, I would literally hook you two up. So,
Fair enough.
During one of my visits, though, I thought, let me actually go see this new lover of Sean's. I walk in through the front door, and I see you, Sean, flirting with a fat, old guy. Now, I was thinking, okay, maybe he's bisexual, you know, just Sims just being flirty. I hovered over their name was Diva. You're in a relationship with an old fat guy. In my
I think it's a video game and not real life.
I was just like, how did this happen? This guy doesn't even live in this town. Where the fuck did he come from? It cracked me up.
Curious, how am I doing?
Oh, well, that's the other part I wanted to mention. So you had a girlfriend, mate. But I didn't know this. At one point, I downloaded a mod so I can shoot people, because, you know, I'm a sociopath. And I wanted to get out my rival, and I saw his mum was walking out of his house, so I thought, alright, I'll kill her, then he'll run out to more, and then I'll kill him. Sadly, that didn't actually work. No one actually came out to see her die. I go visit you, and you're crying, and a message comes up saying he's mourning the death of his lover. I was like, oops. Because I read... I can't remember her name, but yeah, when I saw her face, I was like, oh, she looks familiar. Oh, shit. So,
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I wanted revenge on my rival. I mean, it didn't even end up working. I think I forgot about him completely.
The worst hitman.
So let's talk about Death Battle. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the latest episode of Let's Discuss Death Battle. Joining with me is your only mate.
I'm annoyed about something, but we'll get into that later.
And joining us as well, who's not as bitter, Sean.
We're gonna talk about the man, the myth, and the monkey?
Monkey. But, okay, yeah, so let's get into it. Sun Wukong versus Hercules. Apparently that's how you're actually supposed to pronounce his name. It's not actually
Hercules.
Yeah, I pronounce it wrong so many times. Let's just stick to Hercules. It'll be easier. I don't care what the correct term is.
I mean, that's what the episode's title anyway, so...
Yeah, and plus, let's be real here, most people just know him as Hercules. You know, so fuck what he's actually... People don't care about anymore. I'm pretty sure they're dead by now. So, Hercules versus Sun Wukong. Pretty good episode. I was really happy with it. I think where I wasn't as excited from, you know, Magneto versus Tetsuo, I was kind of a bit like meh on that. But this episode actually, it done more unique stuff with it. I actually really like that.
I mean, I can imagine so. This was definitely the most different that we've gotten so far.
Yeah, it's our first mythology episode, so...
Yeah, like, I was gonna ask this. How do you guys feel about mythology and Death Battle now that it's actually happened? The way they handled it.
I want to see more of it, to be honest. I would love to see Mythology 4 and maybe even Zeus at some point. Not sure about Jesus, though. I think that might be a bit of a a no topic.
That's fair enough. I think that's always going to be like the touchy one, especially when it comes to this. Yeah, like Odin versus Zeus sounds kind of promising now.
Yeah, that could be interesting. They're both dickheads, so it'll be good to see either one of them die.
I mean, it was cause Zeus was a dickhead we get Hercules.
Yeah. Oh my god, there was actually so many things in the analysis that made me laugh. That's the thing, the analysis in this was hilarious. And I didn't need to learn why our galaxy's called the Milky Way. I really did not.
Yeah.
I didn't need to learn that. I just thought, I mean, I never actually thought about why it was called the Milky Way, but now that I know, I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake.
All in favor of me never eating a Milky Way candy bar again, say aye.
Aye.
Actually, what I find weird about this is I never knew there was a caramel Milky Way.
You didn't?
They show it in the episode.
Yeah, but you didn't know that was a thing?
No, I've only ever seen like just the regular.
Huh.
It's kind of common here in the States. I don't know about the UK though.
That could maybe be the case.
Yeah, and that's why I don't buy it often, because in my store, they sell it for, like, a regular Milky Way from here. Like, if you were to get, like, a proper chocolate bar, that would be, like, £1 or £1.20. But the caramel one in my store is £2.30.
Oh, screw that.
Yeah, for just one bar.
Why would you pay extra just for caramel?
Yeah, well, it's because it came from America, so, you know, they have to pay, like, travel fees. But at the same time,
Although,
I'm just like, just get a pack of 4 Milky Bars for the exact same price.
Although, let's say you have to choose between that and Hershey's, then yeah, I'd go with that.
I've actually never tried those.
Hershey's aren't bad.
They're pretty foul.
Like the cookies and cream one is actually pretty good.
Ugh. No, I tried that. It was terrible.
Well, moving on to something not so terrible and equally as delicious. Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. Anyway, so Hercules versus...
I mean, if you want to talk... I was going to say, do you want to talk about the Peaches Sun Wukong, then there you go.
Yes, okay, so first of all, many things about Sun Wukong I didn't know about. I didn't realise... Oh yeah, we should probably say, Sun Wukong won. Which, this is the closest...
That's a victory for all three of us.
This is the closest Dragon Ball fans will ever get to seeing Goku beat Superman.
Oof.
True.
I'm sorry, my man, Goku. But,
I mean, considering his name literally translates into Son Goku, though?
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
I love how in his background, like, they have that at the bottom, and it's just in brackets, no really.
I actually kind of want to watch the live-action movie that was shown in the analysis, though. It looks bad. It looks really awkwardly edited, but I want to watch it just for the memes.
Is it one of those movies you think it's going to be so bad it's good, though?
Well, apparently, it has a positive review from China. They can build war machines, they can't make good movies, apparently. Or at least decently looking movies.
Yeah, I like the movies that they showed in the analysis clips, though. Like, the Hercules one looks fantastic, and the Sun Wukong one is just, it's so bad it's good.
You can tell, though, the actors are having such a fun time. You know,
you know who else? You know who else is having a fun time? Sun Wukong's voice actor in this episode.
Yeah, I tell you what, let's actually talk about the analysis and then talk about the fight. Okay, so analysis-wise, many fun facts about both Hercules and Sun Wukong. Kind of interesting that they did go for a redemption arc and they weren't just complete scumbags throughout their whole history. I think even when they were writing these in scriptures, they're like, you know what, should we end this on a positive note? Because we don't want to end up like the grim fairy tales that will come out 1,000 years from now. What? Never mind.
I was about to say.
But yeah, it was actually, I don't know, it gave me more respect for Hercules and Sun Wukong. To be fair though, the version of Hercules I ended up disliking was the one from God of War, which I just always assumed that was what Hercules was, but no, he did just want redemption, which was kind of cute. And Sun Wukong's a party animal. I love it.
He's also just a massive troll.
He was a troll before trolls were a thing.
Yo, could you imagine him around today, like with the internet and everything?
Oh no, that would be the worst.
Sun Wukong would make every single meme at this point.
He probably would, actually. thank goodness these gods don't exist in real life, because, yeah, there is also some disturbing facts about them that Deathrat brought up. Like, apparently poison that was made that is capable of killing gods. For each of their stories, it's like convenient. Considering the fact that gods are the things that create the universe and all life, why would they create creatures that specifically have their weaknesses?
And meanwhile, Sun is just capable of getting how many different methods of immortality?
Right?
Like, Jesus.
We said it in our last podcast. Mythology makes no sense at all.
Oh my goodness, and yet the fact... We kind of brought this up, talking about, Sun Wukong lifting the mountain. We were on the idea that, okay, that wasn't too impressive compared to, Hercules potentially holding a universe. Turns out that mountain we were talking about was the universe. While he was also carrying another mountain. Just, okay, sure.
And meanwhile, both that mountain and the universe Hercules was holding up was infinity.
Yeah.
Also, talking of like holding things up, I love that dummy skit where they just put the ball on him. Boomstick changed it from a globe to like a galaxy, universe, whatever, and you just hear him like, "I'm holding up this entire show."
I don't know why. But
yeah, that's so funny because he thinks he's funny.
I was gonna say, like, I don't know why, but as soon as I saw that skit, I'm like, oh god, Bill is going to roast this skit so hard.
I did, right now. He thinks he's holding up the show. Get the fuck out of it. Boomstick and Jocelyn are. They're the real MVPs.
Now, watch them actually release dummy plushies, and they sell like hotcakes in the RT store.
And I will cry while playing Mad World in the background that I won't be able to record due to copyright. Maybe just like the happy birthday thing. I'll just do the harmonica idea like I did for Sean's birthday. Okay, so, but, yeah, the analysis was really funny. I really enjoyed just how Wiz and Boomstick kind of took the piss out of Sun Wukong, like, doing that whole heaven thing, like, oh, he was meant to guard these fruits, and Boomstick was like, he's totally gonna eat that. It's like, oh, absolutely. Like, I don't know why, I was expecting that was gonna be the redemption part for Sun Wukong, but nope. And the shonen anime kind of thing, because, yeah, let's be real here, Sun Wukong is the original shonen at this point.
And speaking of shonen, of course, Boomstick asks, can he beat Goku?
I love that they brought that meme in, because that started becoming a meme like a few years ago, like, can he beat Goku? Like, that, like, I don't know why, that was funny. Actually, while on that, do you guys actually think Sun Wukong could beat Goku?
Probably, yeah.
I mean, one's considered immortal.
Okay, that's true, actually, yeah.
One's immortal, has, like, infinite strength, can make, like, how many clones of himself?
True. Okay, let's actually take out the immortality part. Let's say he is mortal. Do you still think he could win? So I'll put my money on Goku at that point.
I mean, considering that Sun is definitely probably stronger than Goku at that point,
oh, yeah.
And can just
he's
flip.
definitely...
I think Goku is faster, though.
I don't know, I definitely... Okay, yeah, that could be interesting. So, speed versus strength. Do you want people to leave that in the comments? Leave up. Let us know who you think will win between Goku and Sun. Minus Sun's immortality. Make it.
Also, here's a method that Sun could use to win. And honestly, for a while, I thought this was going to be the killing blow of the fight. How he can change the size of his staff to like from a needle to piercing the heavens. Couldn't he just stick that as a needle size in Goku's ear and then expand it and make his head explode?
Oof. But doesn't he have to hold on to the stick, though, to actually get it to enlarge? I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
It's not a telepathic thing he does.
Yeah, like, every time I've seen him extend his... I'm just going to stop that before I make a dirty joke. Well, every time he enlarges... There's no way I cannot sound like a dick joke. When he increases his weapon... he does look like he has to hold it all the time.
While sticking it into someone.
Oh! To be honest, there was no way we weren't getting around a dick joke. Like, it was inevitable. Actually, did Boomstick even make a joke about... Did he make a sex joke regarding that? Because I feel like that would have been a missed opportunity.
I think he didn't.
Wow, Boomstick. That's character development.
Well, I mean, he doesn't make as many pervy jokes nowadays like he used to.
Do we need to mention the Rogue vs. Wonder Woman? Oof. Going back to watch...
Speaking of Booms...
Oh.
I was going to say, speaking of Boomstick real quick, that That animated skin with the scorpion poison. He's like, I even like, oh god, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts.
Chad kind of sounded like he was holding back a laugh as well. Like, if you go back and listen, it does sound like he's holding back a laugh. Which I like. I like it. Because if you've seen some of the behind-the-scenes videos, sometimes they'll completely go off script and just start having fun, just random. If it's good enough, they'll add it into the script. It's cute. I like it.
And a lot of just like the Wisdom Boomstick lore is just improv.
Yeah, I love that. Alright, so let's actually talk about the fight itself. And you know what? First thing, I love the opener to this. The fact that this was a story told in like how mythology is told, and it's on a scroll that's like it starts off looking like it's going to be drawn in like the ink sort of style, but then it switches to a sprite. But each one of their attacks has like an ink shade to it. That was clever. I like that.
Yeah, I think they were inspired by Street Fighter. I can't remember which one it was.
Oh yeah, I think Street Fighter 4.
There we go.
I was gonna say, it definitely felt like that game Okami, if you guys have ever heard of that one.
Ah, I love that game. Very underrated. Capcom, please bring it back.
That dog was one of the best characters in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, changed my mind.
No, I'm not changing your mind. That is accurate. Yeah, I really did. I mean, to be fair, though, given the time period these two came from, it makes sense to have that sort of effect. Because I do feel people said like, oh, I've seen this on a few Discords. I was like, oh, it's kind of a shame they didn't go the usual like colorful effects. You know, like when characters smash, it's like a rainbow sort of color, or you know, pretty effects. I feel like that would have kind of I don't know. I don't think that would have fit these two characters. I definitely like the ink shading they were doing.
Yeah, it was definitely like a lot better, especially with the way like the scroll expands as Sun gets hit like upwards and then downwards.
Yeah, like this is a really creative fight. Do I think it's any good as the jaw-dropping Homelander versus Omni-Man? No. Unique though? Hell yes. And fun to watch. I was really invested in it throughout the whole fight. There was very, very rarely a dull moment.
I will say, I know some of you probably had some concerns with the narrator, but I think the narrator definitely added on to the fight.
They didn't overuse it, thankfully.
The only issue I had with the narrator was the killing blow.
Do you know what? I definitely want to talk about the killing blow, but
because okay, so the narrator says who wins right before it happens.
Yeah.
So I feel like it makes the death a little anticlimactic.
I thought they were going to do like a fake out, you know, like I don't know. Hercules was going to come out the ground and Shoryuken him out of the scroll or something.
I will say, that is a negative side, but the fact that they did it that way is how it normally works when it comes to telling myths and tales.
I mean, yeah, I can see the pros and cons of it.
Yeah, so can I.
So it's not completely bad, but I will say I think it's kind of the worst death of the season so far.
Oh yes. Do you know? Actually, I do want to kind of before we get to the death, let's actually talk about the custom sprites and just. Like, I love the fact this is just all completely custom, unique sprites and everything like that, and you can really tell they were putting their A game on this one.
Especially that three-headed sun sprite, like holy hell!
Oh my god, the fight always had its funny moments. I love the fact Hercules is just like, multiple heads. Of course, because I never really gathered that. I never gathered that. Have you noticed nearly in a lot of mythologies, or ones that you guys probably know of, the gods or other characters end up fighting a creature with multiple heads? Does multiple heads make them extra scary, or does it make them extra smart?
It makes them extra dick.
I mean, Bill, if you suddenly saw someone grow 2 more heads, wouldn't you be a little, like, creeped out?
No, I'd just probably be like, you know, if I had a nickel for every time I've seen someone grow an extra head, I'll have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's surprising it's happened twice now. Which I'm pretty sure is how Hercules felt fighting with Sun Wukong.
No, Bill just had to quote Doofenshmirtz.
I had to, man. That meme is funny. Seriously, the actor and the writing for that character are amazing. Please bring him in Death Battle, please.
Guy has his own YouTube channel, Bill, so...
Wait, does he? Sean, link me that at the end of this podcast. I want to watch that.
Gotcha.
Alright then, but speaking of, okay, so as much as the fight was creative and stuff like that, it seems as though we're all in the agreement that the death was a bit anticlimactic. I think that's what kind of holds it a bit down for me. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad episode, I just feel like the death definitely could have been interesting, because people try and say, oh, well, maybe they didn't want to go brutal, they just wanted to end it very artistic-like, but it's like, they did kind of briefly show Sun Wukong's head get crushed and there was blood, so they could have done something. I'm not saying I needed it to be, like, as brutal as, like, Homelander's death, but, you know, maybe... I don't even think there was a death scream. I think he literally just disappeared.
No, I think that was a scream.
Yeah, Hercules did scream.
Oh, let me just quickly fast forward to it, because there are definitely some bits I want to talk about the death, but let me have a listen quickly. So, alright, yep.
I mean, like, the way the music pickups towards the ending is actually very well made, though. Like, I think it's called Hero's Tale or something like that. Werewolf?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, yeah, you guys are right. It's faint, but you can hear it.
Yeah. And, like, I know we want to keep criticizing the negatives, but there's one more positive.
Oh, wait, no, it's called Hero's Journey.
Yeah, that's the one. There's actually, like, before we continue on the negative, I know Mate brought it up earlier, but can we all agree that, like, the voice acting's really good?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
I love that they
Like,
gave Hercules not a dumb sort of voice, which I was really worried they were going to give him, because most stereotypes for Hercules is that he's a big, dummy, strong guy, but no, he sounded like a genuine Greek warrior, which was nice.
Well, to be fair, in the analysis for Herc, too, they were like, well, he's actually also very clever. Like with the whole giant tail. It's like, haha, I can't be beaten while I'm on the ground, so I'm just gonna hold you up and strangle you like Homer does to Bart.
Yeah, that was actually...
You won't get that in like 1,000 years or so.
Hercules is the original Homer Simpson.
Oh, that reminds me, I was really annoyed I never edited in that skit of Hercules choking the snake, like Homer Simpson, Bart Simpson. Ah, man, I must have glossed over that while I was editing.
Yeah. I also want to say, I really like Alex May as Sun Wukong, because, like, the whole time, he just sounds like he's having fun.
He does.
It's just the character of Sun Wukong, too, that Alex captures well.
Yeah, but you can also tell he's having a blast recording it.
Oh yeah, his chuckling and just the thing that when his head was literally squashed and he just stands up like, man, I haven't had this much fun since I fought all of heaven. It's like, oh wow, man. It must be fun being a dick.
I will admit, slight missed opportunity not to get Michael Jones as Sun Wukong. I thought that would have been a little funny, but oh well.
Do you know what?
No. It would not have worked.
No, I actually think, like, given how Sun Wukong sounded in this fight, he could have actually done a good job. I'm not saying, like this actor isn't good. No, he was brilliant, and I loved it. And do you know, another detail we never brought up, I love when Sun Wukong enlarges his staff, it goes out of the scroll. Like, that was pretty cool.
Extend to the heavens above, he does. And Hercules is just like, I'm a toss it.
Oh yeah, I just loved it. I don't know why, that was reminding me a lot of Roshi's death battle when he just lifted the frog and just like, get off my lawn. I don't know why, it was giving me that vibes.
Or He-Man lifting that mountain.
Oh yeah, that was pretty funny.
And just yeeting it.
That's actually something that should be in death battle. What character has just lifted a heavy object into the sky? That should be noted in the death battle fanon.
Have fun.
Oh, I'm not going to go ahead and watch them all just to find it, but...
Gotta watch 'em all.
Death battle.
Oh god, we're going to have a death battle rap of all the characters that have died and won.
How has no one done that yet?
It's hard.
There's over 200 characters that have been in this show.
Dude, if someone can make an MCU rap, then I feel like it's possible for someone to make a death battle rap.
Okay, the MCU is pretty big for the movie franchise, but I'm pretty sure Death Battle have definitely had more characters than the MCU's had main characters.
You know what? Gonna make this promise. If someone out there, if you make a death battle rap and make it into a video, we'll invite you on as a guest.
You heard it here, folks.
Are we agreeing on that? Because I will also agree.
I agree with it. No, I agree with it. Although, speaking of stuff that we agree on, so the final bit of the fight, you know what? Pretty cool they actually had, like, their godlike, like celestial. What are they called? What do you call like star forms?
We can stick with like constellations.
Constellations, yeah. When it was their constellations clashing for the final blow, that was pretty clever. Just sad that the death was a bit. Like,
Underwhelming.
Yeah. What's your guys' thoughts on it?
The death, I wasn't that really big on. Like, it was cool with the narration and whatnot, but like, I guess. Considering like every other death we've had this season, like if I had to compare it to that, it's probably the worst one this season.
Yeah. Like, I think even Scarlet Witch's death was at least a bit brutal. Sure, it happened off screen a bit, but at least you saw her corpse, and you kind of got an idea how she died. But in this one, like, what exactly happened? Did Sun Wukong says, "Oh, what do you know? I reduced into nothingness." It's like, can your staff do that? I'm looking back on the things his staff can do in the analysis. Well, it doesn't say he can reduce things to nothingness.
Well, it's also the fact that their strength was pretty even, so with the probably pure strength is what it was.
Yeah.
Man, can you imagine
just hit him that hard?
Can you imagine someone being that strong in real life? They go to those machines where you punch to see how strong you are, and they accidentally destroy the machine into nothing but atoms. Like,
like how Vegeta did in Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. But I don't know, mate. What did you think of the death? Because you definitely had some issues.
I already gave my thoughts on it.
Oh, really? That's literally all. Just
I just think it was just a bit anticlimactic.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Just due to, like, ignoring the narration, I do think it's fine, but it's just that little bit just before kind of like drags it down for me.
Do you think it would have been if they just did a little bit of editing and they had it that bit just as Hercules was defeated, and then it said KO? Do you think that would have made it just slightly better and less frustrating?
Maybe, yeah.
Parts of Olympus, while the great sage harnessed power equal to heaven. Thus.
Wow, would you look at that? I struck him so hard he was reduced to nothingness.
The Monkey King emerged victorious.
Because I guess that would kind of ruin like a lot of like, imagine reading a novel and you're getting up to the final bit and it says like, and Luke overpowered Vader, and it just immediately cuts to Luke just overpowering Vader before you even see it happen. I can actually see that being annoying. But overall though, do you know what though? This episode was decent. I've rewatched it a few times just to find some Easter eggs, and yeah, it was cute. Not cute, that's a bit of a weak word for it. It was definitely unique, and there was more memorable moments I had in this than I had the last episode. Sorry, Sean, I don't mean to sound negative about that episode.
Oh, it's fine. Because you know what? This episode's on the trending page as we're recording. It's number 3 right now.
Number 7 on my end, apparently.
You can blame Beyonce for that. She released a song today, folks, and that's why it got dumped down.
Oh, well. Curse you, Beyonce. You first ruined Can You Feel the Love Tonight, now you've ruined Hercules vs. Sun Wukong.
I get it, they aren't single ladies. Who cares?
Do you know what I'm saying that though? You know what? I've actually read some of the I don't usually like going into the comments for Death Battle because, let's be real here, toxic place. I do not want
Absolutely, especially if an RT character is involved.
I definitely don't want to be going down there for that toxic love. If anyone gets that reference, you're amazing.
you need my Discord profile if you want to go down there, honestly.
Oh my god, just looking at some of the Discords. Yeah, but luckily the YouTube comments for this particular fight were actually pretty good. You know, there were actually people saying, yay, Mythos and stuff like that. Because, I mean, yeah, mythology has kind of played a key role into everything we know and love today. And honestly, I'll just look at Sun Wukong as being that sort of person like, yeah, definitely do not go down the same route as this guy, because you'll have people against you.
And you'll get outsmarted by God in that universe.
I still love. I'm really sad we didn't really touch on it. But we both did mention how Buddha was the one that defeated, but I love the fact how they brought that up. That he got trolled. Like he got a taste of his own medicine. Really. If you can jump off my hand, then you can continue doing what you're doing. Okay then. Poof. But you see, I'm about the size of the universe, so fuck you. So.
I'm everything and everyone you know, son.
Oh god, that sounds a bit... Listen man, Buddha's meant to be a nice guy. You just made him sound like a serial killer.
I mean, it's a trolling Buddha.
That
So
makes
it's gonna be the opposite.
Okay, fair enough. Can we get Buddha in Death Vow? Do you know what? Because looking up his stuff before this, before we were talking about Hercules versus Sun Wukong, he's a Chad. Like, can we get Buddha, please?
I mean, I definitely think they handle mythology really well, so I would not mind them doing another mythology match.
I'm in the same boat. I'm not saying I want it frequently, but, maybe once every season, just bring in an interesting mythology fight.
I do think that Greek might be the most common since it's like the most well spoken of.
Oh, yeah. I don't see them really bringing in like modern mythology. I don't see Jesus coming into a fight, or Gandhi, as much as I would love that.
I mean, the closest you would get is probably Maui, honestly.
Maui? Yeah, I would actually like to see it. We're probably going to get the Disney version before we get the... Well, actually, no. I was thinking, we got the mythology Hercules before the Disney one, so who knows? Mate, do you have any final thoughts before we move to the next time?
No, I think we've got just about everything about this fight.
Also, Sean, I just saw your message, and at the time it was, I know what it was about in the Discord chat, mate.
Yeah, no doubt.
But yeah, I agree. It was a good episode. I had fun with it. I don't think it's going to make it into my top 5, but it's definitely going to be in the top 10 somewhere.
Yeah. I just know the Vegeta vs. 4 is still my number 1, and Harley Jinx is number 2.
Right then. And have you all said your piece about this episode?
I'm good.
So I do kind of want to add how we've gotten so many new franchises this season, and now we've got mythology.
I know.
So
right?
this really is the season of new franchises, like they said it would be.
Indeed. And speaking of new franchises,
yeah, we're getting another one, and hey, maybe against a franchise that hasn't been in the show for 10 years. Oh, son of a bitch.